everyone, this is Nyessa, and welcome to the first episode of my brand new series, Let's Play Minesweeper. So I'm really excited to be bringing you this new series, because Minesweeper is one of my favorite games, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. So before we get started with the game, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my approach to playing. So as you can see from the screen here, I am playing on the advanced difficulty level, which is the highest difficulty setting. And all that means is that we are playing on the largest grid possible. But I'm also adding kind of a new twist, a new element to the game. And that is that I am playing this game with permadeath. So this means that if I make a mistake and I click on the wrong square and I detonate a bomb and blow myself up, that's it. That's the end of the game. I'm dead and the series is over. So that's going to add a little bit of tension to the game, a little bit of drama that you wouldn't normally see in Minesweeper. And I am going to be role-playing this. So I am playing as Mina the Minesweeper. Mina has been training for this job, and today is her first day as a minesweeper. She gets to go out to these old battlefields that have been littered with landmines, and she's going to find out where these mines are hidden so that they can be deactivated and removed, and this land can once again be used safely. So while she is taking on a very risky, dangerous job, she's also getting the chance to save lives. And for her, that makes the risk all worth it. So today is Mina's first day on the job. And we're going to begin by setting her down in her first battlefield that she has to clear by herself. I'm going to pick a spot here, and the game itself will make the first square that you choose automatically safe and mine-free. So we're going to say that Mina is dropped down in an area where they know there are no mines. And I'm just going to pick a spot about here. Okay, so this is a pretty good spot. We have some good clues about what is safe and what is not. Especially these sort of inner corner areas, those tell you a lot of information about what's safe and what isn't. So let's go ahead and start right here. This we know has to be a bomb because we have this sort of inner corner, and this means that there has to be a mine in one of these 8 squares around it. And since there's only one space that can be, we know this has to be a bomb. Now because there's a 1 right next to it, we know that this spot is safe. And again, because this 1 has to be this mine, then we can mark off all these spaces around it. Okay, so then let's move on over here. We can use the same strategy to clear that area, and that gives us a nice little square there. And if we look down here, we have this 3, and we know that these 2 have to be mines because of the 2 here. And we know that this 1 has to be a mine for the corner, which means that this 1 is automatically safe. And the nice thing about it is we have this 2 here. It has to be one of these 2, so we can clear out all these spaces around it, and we can clear out this space here. So we have another 2 here. We can clear that. If we look at this 3, we know it has to be 1, 2, 3, so that's clear. And we'll just keep using this strategy for as many squares as we can. So as you see, we get some difficult spots over here, but there's a strategy we can use here as well. We'll get to that a little bit later after we clear out a little bit more. Oh, so this is an interesting strategy. Here, we know this has to be a 1, or we know that this has to be a mine, and this one has to be clear. So this is interesting. We've got this little bit of a column that we can get started here. We can mark that one as clear, but we can't go any further than that because that's 4. But because this has to be these 2, we can clear both of these. Okay, let's see. These 2 are mines, and this is a mine, so these 2 have to be clear. And we can follow the same pattern here. These 3 apply to both of these squares, so we can clear out those. Got a 2 here. Oh, here's a really interesting strategy that you can use. When you have a 3 like this, and it has a 2 on either side of it, and then on one side you have one space that is definitely a mine, and it's right here in the middle, then we know that the one right across from it is safe. This is something that I figured out after quite a lot of experience playing this game. So that's a strategy that you can use when you're playing your own game. And we can clear that out. That gives us quite a few spaces. This has to be these 2, so that one's safe. These 3 mean that this one's safe. Here's where you get into a bit of a tricky spot. So we know that these 2 are safe. I mean that these 2 are mines, they are not safe. Then with this 2, this is 1, and one of these has to be a mine, but we don't know yet which one it is. That means because of this 4 here, that you have 1, 2, 3, then this has to be a mine. So we have this row of 3 that are all mines. So that's something to keep in mind when you see a 4 on a corner like this. Where should we go next? Oh, so we've seen this type of corner here before with a 2 and a 3. We've got 1, 2, 3, safe. 1, 2, safe, safe. 1, 2, 3, safe. And then we can clear out this whole section here. 1, 2, 3. This one also, we can clear out these 3. Now here we have a little interesting section. We have 1, well this, okay, we have to look at this part first. So 1, 2, 3. We know that these 2 are mines, and we know that this one is a mine, so this has to be safe. And then these 2 have to be safe. Oh, and so here we have that sort of triangle similar to what we had down here, just oriented in a different direction. So that tells us that those are safe. Now, when you see a line like this, and we have a 2 with a 1 on either side, that means that this one right in the middle above the 2 is always going to be safe. Then we have 1, 2, 3, which means these 2 are safe. That one has to be safe. And we're starting to run out of options a little bit here, but we still have a few things that we can look at. So here, for example, we have this 4. We know that these 2 are mines, this is a mine, and this is a mine, which leaves this one as safe. Then we have 1, 2, 3, so these 3 across are safe. 1, 2, 3, which means that one's safe. And because this one has 1, 2, and 3, then this corner up here has to be safe. These we can tell are safe because of that 1. So here is an interesting strategy that you can use. When you have a 2 in a corner like this, and this one is for sure a mine, we know that one of these has to be a mine. We don't know which one yet, but because we have a 1 right next to it, that means that this one to the left cannot be a mine. Then we can figure out more from here because we have this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are all mines, which means this one's safe. And then we can start clearing out a little bit more. And we can use that same strategy with the 2 and the 1 together on this corner. So this one has to be a mine. This one's safe. And we know that this one is a mine already, so we can just mark that one off. We have 1, 2, 3. Clear those. These 4 are mines, so this one cannot. And then we can also mark that one as safe. So we can keep clearing them out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 are safe. Here we have a definite mine, so this one is safe. Let's see, where can we go next? Oh, okay, so here is an interesting little pattern. You have this sort of rectangle shape here. You have a 3 on each corner with a 1 in the middle. Now when you have a 3 on a corner like this, when it's this sort of L shape, then you always know that these 2 are definitely mines, which means that one of these has to be a mine, which means this one is safe. But now that we have that, we know that these 3 are mines, which means this one is safe. So when you have this 3, 1, 3 sort of shape like that, the one in the center is always going to be a mine. Then from here we'll just keep clearing out these mines. Oh, so here's interesting. You can tell that this is a mine, and because we have these 2 in a sort of column going from the side, we know that one of these has to be a mine, which means that neither of these can be. But that also tells us that this one has to be a mine, and we also have that 1, 2, 1 pattern here, so that's double confirmation. And then this one is safe. We can keep clearing them out this way. So this section is definitely going to be dangerous for us because we have run out of clues. At least we've run out of strategies that I know to figure things out further on this side. There's one thing that I can tell you. So we have 1 mine here, 1 mine here. So in order to go with this 3, one of these has to be a mine. And if we look at this 3, we have 1 and 1, which means this one has to be safe. Oh, so this helps us a lot. This 2 goes to these 2 mines, so we can clear out everything else around it. And we can clear out here. And this is nice. We know that these have to be safe, so if we click right here, this will clear out that whole section. And we can keep clearing this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! I made a mistake here. Mina just got herself blown up, and it was my fault. Well, there we go. This is the end. We have reached the final episode of the series, Let's Play Minesweeper. That's it for Mina, and that's it for this series. So I guess I'll just have to see you again back in Skyrim. Bye-bye, everyone.